Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our church this evening. Our medium tonight, stepping in at very short notice this time, is Sonia Walden. Welcome, Sonia. And online, waiting in the wings, we've got Claire Pasterfield for the online service for you. Now invite Sonia to open in prayer, and this will be followed by the Lord's Prayer.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
If you would like to take whatever pose you feel most comfortable for an opening prayer. We ask you, dear Father God, to be with us today in our little church, either here or virtually, which is full of love, joy, and happiness. And that is the purpose of our evening today, to meet with each other and to praise you. We ask within that praise that anyone most deserving of a message will get what they want, would get what they need. And we ask this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I will now light our church candle. Your memory's better than mine. And invite those of you at home, if you can, to light your candles. And as we do this, I invite you to ask your loved ones in spirit to draw close to us now, so that we may feel their presence all around us. May this be the candle to lighten us all. May it be the light of strength and love that spreads all around the world. May it be the flame that brings warmth into our hearts, warmth towards our families, our neighbours, our friends, and all those around us, and those we meet on our life's journey, and all those who need it most. I ask you now to join me in sending out love and light to all those in need of healing. Loving thoughts and prayers create a strong healing energy that can reach all around the world to all the people and places that need it most. I'll begin by reading the names from our church healing list and then offer a healing prayer. And now our prayers are asked for Darren, Claire, Derrin, Jimmy, Lorraine, Elaine. I mean, the page just slipped over. Oh. Somebody's left the window open. Elaine, Shireen, Matt Grogan, Iris and Laurie, Diana and Sophia, Mark, June, Dennis, Billy, Mark, Chris and Gary, Margaret Knight, Steve, Peggy, Terry, Joan and Kim, Heather, Victoria, David, Sonic the Bird, Jenny, Katie, Donna, John, Ben, Nadia, Maxie, Maggie and Dougie, Kelly, Annabelle, Bobby, Alison Lane, Sheena and Bill, Donna and Marie, Baby Freddie, Mark, John and Tracy. And healing for Nick Burnett. That's all I've got tonight. Dear Heavenly Father, we join together now to send out our thoughts of healing, love and light around the world to all those in need of healing, both physically and emotionally. And we ask that they will reach also and protect our animal kingdom and the world of nature that is all around us. We pray that our energy may reach those who are cold or homeless tonight, and all those less fortunate than ourselves, wherever they may be. May our thoughts and energy tonight bring love, calm and peace to everyone. And we ask this in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour. Amen. And healing for Karen Gibbons, Melvin Peters, Jenny Morin and Bex Louise. We'll now have 1 minute silence so that you can send out your own personal thoughts and prayers to all those in need, those whose names we've read, and any that you may think of now in your private thoughts. And this will be broken by us singing the hymn Gracious Spirit, the words of which are in the front of your hymn book. I will now ask Peter to bring us our Bible reading for this evening.
Connect me up.
Connect you up.
Connect me up.
What's your name, Scotty?
No, that's me up. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you here. And welcome to those online. What another scorcher it's been today. It's a little bit too much for me, but it is such lovely weather, isn't it? We've had some pretty rough ones in the past. So we don't complain. We love what we get. In tonight's reading, Jesus gives us some important information, all of which are explained in various places in the Bible, such as, I am the light of the world. We'll have that light of life. I pass judgment on no one. When we pray to the Father, we pray to the Christ within us. and more and more. Following Pentecost, we covered the reading of Jesus' transfiguration, a most powerful release of information, giving us an insight into where we are from and where we are going, that set me to look for guidance from the Bible. John, who was with Jesus all the time, he was in his physical body, was where I looked for tonight's reading, the validity of Jesus' testament. He makes it clear that we come from a greater place than our world, that he resides with the Father, and he and the Father are one, that he is the light of the world. Therefore, before the creation of our world, before Genesis, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the true Son of God, the triune, the Trinity of all life, of all power, of all love. Jesus said he was going back to stand with the Father. Further in the Testament, Jesus said, "Where I go, you cannot come." I believe that he's saying that the Father resides in a much higher place than that to which we as spirit, and only see Father through him as Christ Jesus. If you know me, you would know the Father. Also, I don't believe that the Bible, and particularly the New Testament, are just stories of Jesus Christ's life on earth that contain important information and guidance on why we are here, our relationships with the past, present and future. There are important lessons we learn. To learn and live by experience as Jesus, the Son of God, our teacher, the guiding light. Tonight's reading, John 8:12 to 19. The validity of Jesus' testimony. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The Pharisees challenged him. "Here you are appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid." Jesus answered, "If I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is valid, for I know where I came from and where I am going. But you have no idea where I came from or where I am going. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one. But if I do judge, my decisions are true, because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me. In your own law, it is written that the testimony of two witnesses is true. I am one who testifies for myself. My other witness is the Father who sent me." Then they asked him, "Where is your Father?" "You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." God bless Rick, that reading. Thank you.
Uncutting that. Okay. Right, you can go now. Okay. It's now time for us to say goodnight to those of you who are watching online, and you will be joined by Rob and Claire, who are waiting patiently in the wings for you, and they'll guide you through the rest of this evening's service. We thank you for joining us and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Hello everybody, lovely to see you on this wonderful sunny evening or afternoon depending where you are in the world. So we'll just do an address for us here, and then we'll go into our evening of mediumship, where we'll then move into Frank's cards afterwards. So I do like, if you've never seen me before, Spirit does guide me to a poem. I always give a poem and then I kind of generally bounce off it. So I have this poem and I used it last week and it just keeps making me chuckle. Every time I use it, it makes me laugh and it makes me chuckle. And Spirit's like, well, it makes me smile. So hopefully it will make all you lovely people smile. And it's called Dust If You Must by Rose Milligan. I do apologise, it's on my phone, so I will kind of keep looking over. Dust if you must, but wouldn't it be better to paint a picture or write a letter? Bake a cake or plant a seed, ponder the difference between want and need. Dust if you must, but there's not much time, with rivers to swim and mountains to climb, music to hear and books to read, friends to cherish and a life to lead. Dust if you must, but the world's out there, with the sun in your eyes and the wind in your hair. A flutter of snow, a shower of rain. This day will not come around again. Dust if you must, but bear in mind, old age will come and it's not kind. And when you go, and go you must, you yourself will make more dust. And it truly just makes me chuckle every time I get to the last verse of it. And it does make me smile, because the Spirit's saying that it's wonderful to have everybody here this evening, for us to share an evening of mediumship, and for us to share the pleasure and the beauty of the spirit world, and share our loved ones' messages, and to give us comfort. But whilst we're not here, Spirit's message is to sort of say, go out and enjoy. Take that work lunch break. Don't sit at your desk for the whole entire 8, 9, however many hours you work. Take that 30 minutes and to get out, take a break. Yes, okay, you got to do the washing. Get it out on the washing line and enjoy the sunlight whilst you're doing it. Read a book. Don't spend all your time on social media, and know that those on social media, if they're on there, they're just showing you the highlights of truly of what their life is. It's not the real film. So the poem for this evening and the address for this evening is, please stay, because we all want to enjoy this evening. But once you're done with me, get out there, get some fun. Don't worry about the washing and dusting and everything else. Go and find some fun, because them jobs will still be there, no doubt. We all know that. However, there is also time in the day for you to have some enjoyment and pleasure. And with that, I am going to say, I do hope you enjoyed that poem and the little address. We do like a little bit of that. And what we'll do now, we'll move into our messages from your past loved ones. So I will do some hellos to just sort of raise the energy. I'll explain how I work if you've not seen me, and then we'll go into our messages. So I see we've got lots of lovely people. So I can see we've got Louise, we've got Linda, hello Rebecca, hello Nikki, hello Amanda, hello Bex, lovely to see you, hello Rebecca. Let's see, hello Jenny, lovely to see you. Hello Nikki, nice to see you. Welcome. Hello Colin, love to see you all. And what I always say, thank you very much, Laura's shared. And what I always say with yourselves, if you see somebody that you recognise the name, pop down and say hello to each other online. We are here a spiritual community, whether you're here, whether you're in church, whether you're with your friends or family or other mediums that you follow. I'll just do a couple more. Hello, Christine, lovely to see you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the poem. Hi, Mo, lovely to see you. So I'll just explain very quickly how I work, just so you understand how the mediumship works for me. Now, I try to be as relaxed and as chilled as possible with my mediumship. I try to be, what you see is what you get really with me. Now, the Spirit does give me names, they do give me dates, they do give me months. I will pass them over to you. If they don't resonate with you, if they're not on point at the moment, please don't worry about it. The beauty of doing it online is the fact that you do have the opportunity to rewatch this later on. So if they don't hit straight away, don't worry, they will make sense. I will try not to sing to you. However, I can never promise that one, because Spirit do like to use music and lyrics to pass over their messages. And I also do get the unique, strange things that I don't understand. However, they will make sense to you. Most recently, one was on Tuesday. I was given images of jam tarts, and the lady burst out laughing. Says, I'll explain later. And there she was. She showed me in her shopping bag that she'd only just bought jam tarts about 20 minutes before the reading. And it was the way to show your past loved ones are with you. It is that life after life evidence. And I work directly as well, so I will come to people. All I ask for you to do is, if I'm working with you, please can we converse backwards and forwards? Yes, no, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. That is more than fine. It just makes sure that we are working collectively, as well as the connection between the spirit loved ones. And because it is digital, and I do it on a digital platform, you are welcome to put down who you'd like to speak to, because let's be honest, if you had a telephone line, you would make that connection to the spirit world. You'd ring up your mum, dad, nan and granddad. So you're welcome to sort of say, I would like for somebody to come forward, and I can ask them. Right, I've done all of that. Now should we go into the evening of mediumship? Right, okay. I'd like to come to Laura Grant, if that's okay, please. So Laura, I'd like to come and work with you, if that's all right. I do always say, is it okay for me to work with you? Purely because the fact is I obviously work in spiritual churches like the lovely Fundersley. So obviously I ask if it's okay for me. Right, Laura, I'd like to come to you first. Thank you very much. She's brilliant. Hello, Laura. Right, as I'm connecting, or as I'm bringing in the people from Spirit World, I feel like I've got a gentleman that comes through. Now, he gives me a feeling of being a fatherly figure. So it does feel like it's dad more than granddad. I will ask, is dad in spirit? Just purely because it helps with my family sat-nav. But as he's coming through, I want to pass over the name Thomas to you. So this would either be a first name or a surname. Okay, thank you very much. So I want to pass over Thomas to you. This gentleman, okay, what else do you want to talk to me? Okay, I need to give you the name Robert as well. So I'd like to pass over the Robert. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Laura. I want to pass over the name Robert. Okay, thank you. Anything else? And I need to pass over the name Margaret. Now these names can be people in spirit, or they can be people here. I've still got to get around to meditating and getting them to do that, but that's, hey ho, that's my excuse at the moment. Okay, so he's laughing at me though, your lovely dad in spirit, because he's talking about going, well, this is a bit of a turn up for the books, is what he's laughing about. So he's laughing is a bit of a turn up the books, is what he's saying. Okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, he's talking to me about, Laura, about there's things that you need to study at the moment. So I don't know whether you're the one that's doing some studying. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, brilliant. They're doing well on their names. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for feeding back. I do appreciate it. But as we're talking about studying, there is somebody about either you're studying or you're supporting somebody that's studying. I've got, okay, thank you. I feel like I need to gain some more information at the moment. So there must be, if it isn't about somebody else studying, then it's about somebody, yourself or someone trying to get information, because it's like I need to study and get some more information coming in. So they're just recognizing that the moment that there is some spirituality I'm studying, okay, thank you very much, it's like I want more information. But it's like he's enjoying watching you do this, because he's you're okay, thank you. So he loves watching you because your eyes light up. So there must be moments when you get the aha moment, because I'm cracking up, because he's laughing at me. He's like, my Laura is like you. She kind of goes, really? He said, he's laughing his head off. So he loves to see the vibrancy it brings you, and he keeps drawing me to my eyes. So either you two have got similar eyes, or it is just the fact that when you see your eyes light up and go, oh my gosh. He said he loves it though. He said, because there's somebody around you who really isn't in spiritualism, and you go, did you know? And he's laughing because he said that poor old, well, he did, poor so-and-so, but that wasn't the word he used. That poor old so-and-so really isn't into it, but like the same person gets pleasure here as your lovely dad in spirit about learning, but they're really not into it, but he's laughing his head off because he's like, you get so excited, and he's so pleased for you, and this is what he's making me really, really bubbly for you, and he's making me really excited. Okay, thank you very much. I want to give you a memory. I'm pretty sure you don't do it now, or playing with a yo-yo, because he's just given me a yo-yo, and I am not going on about bouncing backwards and forwards. There is a yo-yo, so this is a memory, because as he's talking about your growth and your spiritual learning, and I use spiritual development, I said studying, it's like he now wants to take me to a memory. Either you or somebody was very, very focused in getting this yo-yo to work. I don't know where it fits, but I will. I love my black yo-yo. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Dad. He's just like, he said, okay, you've got the same is it okay? Necessity. I can't say the word, sir. I can say it. Tenacity. Thank you very much, sir. He's like, tell me, you've got the same tenacity with the yo-yo as you do with your spiritual learning. And he's laughing. He helped me with that word because I was really struggling with that. Right, okay. Let's give you some months. Okay, I need to recognise that April is important. A birthday passing our anniversary. Okay, thank you very much. I also want to give you, what month do you want to give me? I want to recognise May was important. So April and May. May could be a name if it's not a birthday passing an anniversary. Okay, what other month? And I want to go to September. So April, May and September would be important to you. Birthday, parties and anniversaries. I'm deciding that I'm going to completely change the whole entire calendar. We can't have May and June because they're always people's names, or people got to stop calling them after dates. Okay, my sister passed in April. Okay, thank you very much. What he is asking me, Laura, to give you is about you needing to take a deep breath. Now, your sister, I asked your sister to step through as well because I know you said she's passed. You stepped to talk to me about taking a deep breath as well. I feel like I've got restrictions in or around my chest cavity. I don't know whether that's your sister or whether that would be your dad, but I know I need to recognize that that's gone, and that's important for you and the family to know. So this person in spirit, I was fine talking, as you could see, but all of a sudden my breath did sort of feel like my lungs were getting a bit tighter to breathe. But he's talking to me, and your lovely sister's coming through. I've got to give you the name Carol. I've been told to give you Carol's important, so I don't know where Carol's from for you, Laura, but I will pass over Carol. So I need to recognise there is somebody in spirit and pass over the message about you, about them taking a deep breath, about you taking a deep breath as well. And as I said, I've got the name Carol. Right, is there anything else for Laura? Laura, I asked if your dad and your lovely family's come in. They've just, apparently I need to give you opal lights. I've just been told your sister's just passed over. Okay, thank you very much. You're okay, Laura. Your sister's giving me opal light for you. Now, I'm not great with crystals. I've got a knowledge of crystals, but I know opalite is very much of a spiritual one, very much about calming and calming down is what I said. And we had a deep breath here as well. So Laura, your lovely sister's giving you an opalite, or if not an opal, so this would be important for you. I'm not telling you to go and buy an opalite crystal, but I know I need to give you that type of crystal, a real like fluorescent, beautiful, calming crystal. And your dad's just popped in just to say hello, really, just to sort of hi is really what he's coming, just coming to pop in to say hello, really. And you make him chuckle. And sometimes the message isn't about a deep message. Sometimes it is just about giving us our evidence of life after life. But he's just like, I come in to say hello. And you just make him chuckle with the way you are, your tenacity. And that's all it is, my lovely. But I hope it's made you smile. I hope it's given you an upliftment. Your dad's just laughing. So your dad must have just constantly laughed. Thank you very much. He talks to me about your sister. Your sister talks to me about she didn't laugh, but now she's up with dad. She's laughing her head off. So just absolutely laughing her head off up there in spirit. Okay. Your sister was with you. She just turned around and told me your sister, okay. Right. With you, Laura, very quickly before she walks away. Laura, I want to give the fact that she makes me okay. Something around about 4 would be important. So either it was 4 hours after you fell asleep, but 4 would be important to you. I know we had April earlier, but 4 would be important to you. And the light was flickering. So she makes me feel it was your sister that has been around you a lot more, but she's chuckling away with dad. And I know I want to pass that over. So Laura, I'm going to close your connection down for your lovely family and spirit and say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you and for feeding back. I do truly appreciate it. And I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Right. Okay, where are we going? Right, I'd like to come to Ross Summers, please. Rob, I'd like to speak to Ross if that's okay. You're very welcome, Laura. Right, Dave's funeral was 2 years ago. Dave would love to. Okay. Ross, as I'm coming through, I need to, the first thing is your dad's coming through because I've asked him to step forward, especially for you, especially on this day. Your dad keeps making me rub my legs for you, Ross. So I need to recognise either you or somebody around you, my dear, has had troubles with their legs. I know I need to recognise legs. There's troubles with legs. Okay, thank you very much. He's also talking to me about somebody not being able to travel as much recently. Now, I don't know whether this is connected to the person with leg troubles, but I know I want to recognise troubles with the legs and travelling. It's like flights and things like that. So I know I need to recognise that over. He couldn't walk in the end. Okay, thank you very much. There is a flight connection with you, Ross. Now, because I kept going, I can't fly. So I don't know whether you, and I always stay away from the military and naval and things like that, just because there's enough stuff in life to not work on that level. But I know I need to recognise about flying. So I don't know whether your dad or a family member in spirit had aspirations or like flying or was within the RAF. I'm going to give it to you because if I don't, I'll end up kicking myself and the spirit tells me off, but I know that there is an importance to flight. Okay, unless you're going on for a flight, but he just keeps talking to me about flying. Right, okay. I'm giving it to you. It will make sense somewhere. If it doesn't make sense immediately, you never know. Somebody could be whisking you off for a nice holiday. Right, okay, thank you very much. So, right, let's come through. Right, I need to give you the name John. So, you've been planning to book a flight. I see I can't fly. There we go. Thank you, Ross. Well, he's been watching you. But I know I need to give you the name John's important. So John is important for you. Okay, thank you very much. I also need to give you the name Fred or a Frank. So I know I want to pass over John and Frank to you, over to you, Ross. I also want to recognise another gentleman with you, a sibling, somebody of your a sibling or brother or brother-in-law, because I'm being told that it isn't just Frank was my granddad. Okay, thank you very much. There isn't just you, is what I'm being told. I'm glad I said it. There isn't just you, Ross. He's talking to me about the fact that he's been pottering around looking at other family members. Somebody around you has been, he's laughing. Somebody around you has really, unless it's yourself, really got into gardening big style, but they keep going to, they wanted to go to the garden centres lots. And I know I've got somebody who's got the garden centre. So somebody, and he's laughing because either you're the one that's grumbled, but you actually enjoy the work. However, he's talking to me about there is somebody around you that has been kind of gone massively into the garden. He's laughing. Your lovely dad's laughing. Okay, because he said to me, my brother's into garden. Okay, and that was the matter. Oh, thank you very much. He's just laughing that somebody's gone completely mad with the garden. He's laughing. Right, okay, let's give you. I need to recognise that January and February will be important birthday parties and anniversaries. So January and February are important birthday parties and anniversaries. I do everything in free. It's just the way I work. And I need to go. October's important. He's telling me October's important birthday party and anniversary. Okay, Ross, I don't know who it is. Somebody's lost their hair or losing their hair, and your dad is just coming in to laugh. So somebody is trying to. I'm not saying that you've lost your hair, and this is somebody who's trying to save their hair. Now, I suffer with alopecia terribly, so this isn't about I lose my hair quite often, so I do understand the stresses of it. But there's somebody, but your dad's laughing about somebody wanting to keep their hair. It feels more male. I don't know if it's yourself or whether you would be able to take that. Dad had a thing about his hair. He's just talking to me about somebody is kind of trying to keep their hair when really it's got to that stage in life where actually they're probably better off sort of grooming it a different way, shall we say, because I know I just want to pass it over, but it is done in a kind-hearted way for you, Ross. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Right, he's also talking to me about the fact that you need to take a leap of faith now, Ross. Okay, he's coming to be a bit serious now. You need to take a leap of faith, Ross. He's talking to me about how at the moment there is a change or you want to make a change to your circumstances and you need to take a leap of faith. I see movement. He talks to me a move. Now that can mean move home or that can mean move to do with work. But he's talking to me about you need to have a change of circumstances and you need to take a leap of faith. Okay. You cannot apparently cover every eventuality. Is what he's talking. I want to move jobs. Okay, thank you very much. You can't cover every eventuality. However, you need to take a leap of faith in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. He also tells me, although he's not necessarily the most spiritual person in the world, he's talking to me about the fact that this job that you're currently in, there's a change to need to be happen in order for you to heal. So I don't know whether work has just been really pants, basically, is probably the nicest way to call it, because he's talking to me about I want to do some healing with you. Now, I'm not saying he is saying, oh, he needs healing. He's just talking to me about you needing some time out because the job that you're currently in isn't great for your well-being. Right, is there anything else, sir? And I've got to recognise dry hands with this gentleman. So, I've got Granddad coming in. Both of them have got my friend. Okay, my friend died at work. Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you, my lovely. I know I want to recognise somebody with dry hands in your dad or your granddad. That is about, thank you very much. And I've asked him, why are you taking me to dry hands? Because I want Ross to know that we've got you in the spirit world with your hands on his shoulder to give you that reassurance, is what he's saying. So it's the give you to acknowledge these big strong hands on your shoulders, just to sort of give you that, to give you a little bit of support. So if you ever feel like sometimes, we're not talking about neck ache where we're not sitting at our computers properly, but if you ever sometimes feel like you've got a little bit of weight on your shoulders, my lovely, know that is your lovely dad. And I've got to give you the name Patrick. I don't know where Patrick went, my dear, but I know I need to pass this over to you as well. Okay. Ross, it is messages just to sort of say you need to take a leap of faith in yourself regarding this change of circumstances in and around work. Just, he knows, he recognises it hasn't been great. I know you've come forward and you explained why, so thank you so much, Ross, but he's just coming in here. Okay, thank you very much. And you turn around and wants to turn around. That's my sub S6, I do apologise. I've got to give and turn around. No, I'm not going to take that way. I do always say my Essex tone turn around. He's talking to, he has an accent. When my Essex accent gets strong, that normally means that somebody's got a strong local accent, because I've got turn around. Because I would tell you when a turn around and said, Ross, to let you know that he continues to give you advice and guidance through your sense of your intuition, is what he's saying. That gut feeling that you get, that pull when you get the feeling that you should actually go left, not right, he's giving you that intuition. He says, I'm still following you and giving you that support. And with that, Ross, I'm going to close your connection down. I hope that message is giving you some comfort and reassurance. Your lovely daddy is just coming in to reassure you a lot at the moment. Okay, just trying to see if there's anything else before I walk over. You're very welcome. Okay, you need to walk more. You need to walk over. So you need to walk over. You need to move on and walk over, is what he's just sort of said. So you just need to walk over and he is just around you. Okay, and with that, Ross, I will close your connection from your lovely dad, but please know that they are around with you. Okay, thank you very much. Right, if you would like to make a connection with your past loved ones, especially if you've just jumped on, know that when you're on a digital platform with me, you do have the opportunity to sort of say who you'd like to speak to. Because let's be honest, if you had a telephone, you would be on the phone to your family in spirit world. You wouldn't even batter an eyelid. Right, okay, here we go. Where am I going? Linda Hopkins, I'd like to come and work with Linda Hopkins, if that's okay, please. So Linda, I'd like to come and work with you. Okay, thank you very much. As your lovely gentleman walks through, he talks to me about the fact that there's been a lot of changes around the home at the moment. Hello, Linda. There's been lots of changes around the home, or you've been wanting to do lots of changes, because he's like, yeah, good. Out with the old and in with the new, apparently. So he's talking to me about there being some changes in around the home, and he's like, good for you, out with the old and in with the new. So that's the first thing he wants to reassure. So you must have been asking, or if it's not you, somebody else around you that you love and support has basically been thinking about changing their home, because he's gone out with the old and in with the new. He's quite chuffed about that. I'm going to give you what he gave me. Now, if it isn't exactly what it is, then don't worry. It is just about me seeing it. I've got a sofa. I've got a sofa going on. So there's something, and I'm not saying it is the sofa. It was just, that was what he gave me as an image for me to understand. But I give it in case it doesn't make sense. Right. Okay. Right. Let me see what else is going on with you. Right. Okay. Changing mind. Okie dokie. Well, he's already with you on the idea, Linda. He's already kind of gone to the shops and bought it with you by the sounds of it. Okay, thank you very much. Linda, as I'm asking him to step forward, he talks to me about a piece of jewellery that you have either, it's not the right word, how I want to put the right word. He makes me feel that there's been a piece of jewellery that you've become reluctant to wear, or you're yeah, he's reluctant to wear. I'm trying to give you he's reluctant to wear, because he's talking to me about the fact that even though you're reluctant to wear it, you still look at it and it makes him smile, and he wants you to know that it's okay that you don't wear it. So there must be a piece of jewelry that you've got, either of his or your own, that you're reluctant to wear, because he's like, and thank you, he's talking to me like, it's like you go, I should wear this, I should, and he's like, it's okay. But I need to give you that reassurance to say it's okay. Sometimes we ask just small things from the spirit world, or we have these thoughts and feelings, we don't realise go up in the spirit, and they're like, no, it's okay. So I need to just give you reassurance regarding it's okay to not wear this piece of jewelry. It's okay, is what I'm being told. Okie dokie. What else do you want to talk about? Right, I need to give you the name Peter. I asked for some names, so he said to me, give me Peter. So I need to pass over Peter to you, Linda. Okay, thank you very much. I also need to give you the name, what other name? I need to give you the name Brian. Brian sounds more, yeah, it sounds more like a Brian than anything. Also, Linda, I've just been told or asked to tell you about Elsie. So there must be somebody in spirit called Elsie. Now, like I said, don't worry about these names, Rings and Peter. Okay, thank you very much, Linda. They make sense. Okay, I'm going to give you Elsie because it kind of just floated in. So I'm going to give you the name Elsie, but that feels more like somebody in spirit. If Elsie doesn't make sense for you, that's fine. Then Elsie may well be somebody else for somebody that's just kind of started coming online. Sometimes you guys come in online and so does your spirit family come through. But if Elsie doesn't make sense, then I know I've got to go somewhere afterwards. So don't worry about that bit. Right, okay. Linda, he's right, no problem. Thank you very much. Brian felt strange, and like I said, if Elsie doesn't make sense, don't worry about it, because like I said, it could be for somebody else. Right, but your lovely husband's talking to me about the fact that you're okay. He's glad that you're what's that? What's making me do? He's glad you've got the right balance, Linda. He's talking. Okay, Jill can take Elsie. Okay, I'll come back to Jill in 2 seconds then. I feel okay. He's talking to me about how you're making this sounds really weird. We've got a couple of Elsies. Oh crikey. Right, Linda, it's like you have now started to compartmentalize situate things around you. This sounds really weird. Please bear with me when I say it. It's like you're making sure you're giving enough time at the right amount for each people or each situation, because he's like, I'm pleased that you're not just spending all your time and energy on one thing. It's like you're finding a better balance, and that you're in that list of people that you're giving caring and support to. Because he talks to me about the fact that it became imbalanced. It became imbalanced. It's like, I'm glad you know what he's talking about, Linda. He's talking to me, it became imbalanced is what he's saying. And it's like, oh, you've kind of separated your time out properly, and it's like donk 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 donk, and I'm getting more balance. Okay, thank you. Because he's like, I'm glad we're getting it there. Thank you very much, sir. Right, okay, you're just making me chuckle as he's coming through. Right, somebody loves yellow for you, Linda. He's just planted or pasted loads of yellow around you, because he's talking to me about a memory and loving loads of yellow. So I know I want to brighten your day, but I know I've got loads of yellow around you as well. Thank you very much. And he's given me daffodils. So I know I want to pass over for daffodils for you, Linda. Right, so, and let's get you some months before we move on. So, right, okay, I need to recognise that August would be important. Birthday, party, anniversary, so or August is important. We go all the way to November would be important. Birthday, party, anniversary, and what other month do we want to go to? I want to go to January as well. So I know sometimes I go that way around the diary. August would be important. And I said the November and the January would be important for you. But Linda, he's just coming in just to sort of, just again, a lot of the time it's just to sort of say we're here. He is aware of what's going on around you. He's glad. Will be one. Oh bless. He's glad that everything is starting to settle down, but you're sharing out your energy in the right way. Okay, and November's month. Oh bless. And he's just coming in just to give you that reassurance. Okay, and Jess, you have smelt his fragrance. Now, I always say the smell smells terrible. So you smell his fragrance. That could be aftershave, that could be cigarettes or something else, because he's talking to me about you have smelled his fragrance. But he's just coming through to just reassure you, let you know that he's just been watching you pot around, but he's glad that you're getting the balance back as it should be. And he's talking to me, thank you very much. He's talking to me, he's glad that you've allowed somebody to step in so you can pull back as well, Linda. And with that, I'm going to close your connection, Linda, and say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. I do truly appreciate it. And I hope that the message from your lovely hubby gives you a bit of reassurance and a bit of a, it's okay, because that's what the feel very much for you. Okay, now I know a few of you said you could take Elsie. Elsie walked in the door. Now this lady Elsie, so I know a few of you said that you can take Elsie. I know Jill said you could take Elsie, and then all of a sudden we had a couple of other people take Elsie. So what I'm going to do is those who can take Elsie, I know I said I'd work with Jill and we'll see where we go with Jill, but I will ask for those who can take Elsie to listen. So what I'm going to do is those who can take Elsie, please just let me know you're grabbing Elsie. That sounds really, really bad. I don't mean it like that. But yes, you can take Elsie, just so I know who comes through. Right, okay. So I know Jill said, lovely Jill said she could take Elsie, and I know Andrew said she could take Elsie. I'm sure Shawnee said she could take Elsie. But I'm going to work with Jill, but I will ask those that can take Elsie as a name to please hold, because we will work out where we are going. Okay, and Nick said he could take Elsie, and Bethany's my nan's Elsie. This is definitely a nan that's coming through, so I know I've got a nan. Okay, and Claire, I know I've got a nanny Elsie, so but I'm focusing on Jill because it was when I first came through I got Jill, so I'm going with Jill. Hello, Jill. I'll come and work with you, my lovely. I hope that's okay. Right, but I know I've got lady Elsie. Right, this lady, she comes in, she is a force to be reckoned with, is what she's telling me. She was an organizer. She's telling me I made sure everything was done, bong, 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 bong. And I want to be really good with money. Hello, dear. Really, really good with money is what I'm being told here as well. And I want to give. I've got a gentleman that comes in with you as well, Jill, as Elsie's coming through. Thank you very much. We're with Jill, but remember everybody else, please listen, because we might have a couple of Elsies going on here. But she's like, bong, 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 bong. I keep being seen a one. You remember the pennies that used to be big pennies? Yeah, I'm just about remembering them. But you remember like the big pennies? I've got big pennies. So I feel she's talking to me about the fact, hang on, not her. There's a gentleman that comes in that talks to me about giving you a penny to go up the road to get some penny sweets. So I want to give some coppers is what I want. But I know she's coming in, bang, 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 doing this. And I've got some coppers from this lovely gentleman. And somebody likes white mice, chocolate white mice. And I don't know whether that's somebody yourself or somebody here that likes chocolate white mice, or whether you can take the gentleman that likes white chocolate mice. Because I'm just seeing, one of my favourites, white chocolate mice would be within the penny sweet range. Right, okay, Jill. Remember, if the white mice, and it is very particular about the chocolate white mice, doesn't make sense for you, Jill, it may well make sense for one of the other ladies that can take white mice. Okay, Shawnee's brain was not an organizer, so that's okay. We've got one person that can't, but I know white mice is important. Right, okay, Jill. Don't worry, Jill, then that is for, not sure about the white mice. That's not a problem. That may well be that's another Elsie that likes white mice. Don't worry about it. I know I've got a few of the few spirits hanging around and sort of coming in. Right, let's get your Elsie through. Right. Jill, I don't know if you've been talking about getting your hair sorted out or whether you've been having worries around your hair, because she's talking to me about the fact that she's been coming in to try and give you some healing, but I want to be in or around your thought process. So I don't know whether, but my hair. So I don't know if you've been worrying about your hair or somebody else has been worrying around your hair. Remember that sometimes it isn't directly us, it's about somebody we're giving help and support to. But your lovely lady's coming in, but I want to give you healing and I want to sort of help here. She's also talking to me about somebody having some headaches or struggling focusing at the moment. So I don't know if this makes sense to you, Jill. You're having your hair done on Thursday. So, okay, you're having your hair done on Thursday. Good. But I know I also, okay, that separates that bit. I need to recognize that somebody's been struggling to concentrate or struggling to focus and has been having some troubles in or around with their thought process, because she's coming in. And when I get pinks, that's my rose quartz. That's normally about self-love, self-care. When I get greens, it's normally about healing physically, because she's just telling me that she's kind of covering my head or your head with green healing, and she's drawing me to all the lovely green in the Thundersley emblem, so the little bag. So she's giving me lots of green around you at the moment. Right, okay. She's also drawing me very, very quietly. You can see my lavender. She's just talking to me about you needing at the moment a little bit more sleep. So either your sleep's feeling a little bit disturbed at the moment, or whether you would love lavender. Lavender can obviously mean the smell or the fragrance, or it can obviously be about you having some restful sleep. But she's talking to me about things are being upside down. Apparently you need to stop though repeating everything in your mind at the moment, is what she's telling me. She's saying, tell her to just sort of, you need to write all your worries down in your book before you close it to go to sleep, because she's talking to me about repeating in my mind over and over again. Yes, I have lavender. Okay, thank you very much. Because she's like, she needs to sort of, you keep repeating it. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, she says to me she does worry about you. She says to me because she doesn't like the worry that she doesn't like you being worried. So she worries about you. Okay, she says to me, but part of it's anticipation. She says to me, Jules, you're anticipating trying to get something sorted, and she's like, I'm worrying about you burning yourself out, Jill, at the moment. So this is why she's coming in with this green in here, because she's like, I'm worried about Jill burning yourself out, my lovely, by this constant over and over and over and over again. But she's coming in, she's, I'm worried about you. But that's what your nan would do. Should be, your nan's very, very direct. Like some people would, and some other mediums or other people go, well, they're like, and would find different. She's like, no, I'm worried about her. And this is what she wants to know. She's giving you healing and giving you lots of care and love, because she says, I'm worried about you. Okay, but you need to be able to allow other people to help you, she says, even if that makes a cup of tea. You need to allow other people to help you. However, she asks you to just continue to keep positive and keep manifesting. Now, manifesting is, she's my great auntie, God bless her. Okay, thank you. I never got down to the relationship, did I? I just knew it was like a granny type of vibe going on there. Thank you very much. But she is worried about you, very direct lady. And you can only take it each day as it comes, is what she's just said. She said, please let her know you can only take it each day as it comes. Okay. And she said to me, in your moments when you are on your own, or you feel like you're on your own, please know that she and the other family members in spirit are with you, is what she says. We're with you. Okay. Thank you very much. And she says to me, tell her to take that oomph, kind of oomph out that we do and we have with spirit. She's like, tell Jill to sort of take that directness, take that energy that we give her, and say it how it is. Thank you very much. She would okay, if she had her way, she'd be back down here and she would be coming with you to either appointments or something and putting people in their place or saying what needs to be done. That's what she said. I'm with her. She said, I'll be down here. If she could, she would fully, like, I think she's laughing, she's making me laugh. She turned around and said to me, I went, well, what would you come? This is how quick our conversations are in spirit. I went, what would you come back? She went, yeah, I'd come back as me. Or she'd scare the living daylights out of me, and she's laughing. She's going, well, I'll come back as a ghost now. Like, I scare them. So she's laughing. She wants to do this for you. She wants you to laugh, because she's like, yeah, I'll come back to me because I've got double whammy now. I can go and tell them what to do and scare the living daylights out of them. And she's laughing. She's just laughing her head off. Honestly, the quick conversations we have in spirit, and she's laughing. And this is what she's coming. And she's like, I'm coming in with you. And so just know the next time. Oh, she's making me laugh. Honestly, Jill, she's making me laugh. And I hope the giggles, and I hope that energy's coming through to you, because she's making me laugh my head off here. Because she's just turned around and said to me, tell Jill the next appointment you've got, just know she's there, right? She's standing beside you, and she is like full blown, mega scary, but laughing energy to just sort of zap you. And if you feel that, oh, like that tingle or then sensations, like walking over your grave, as they say, or that, like I always say, that zap, just know that that's her standing beside you, letting you know that she's with you, because she just says to me, that's what needs to be done. So yes, just know that your great aunt Elsie's with you the whole entire time, laughing her head off. Honestly, she's ready to put the world straight. So with that, I am going to close the connection, Jill, because I think she'd have me here all day, really. And I think she'd be telling me what to do left, right and centre. So, Jill, I'm going to close the connection. I hope you enjoyed your reading, because I know her love and her care is about giving you laughter and upliftment. And with that, I'm going to close your connection down and say thank you very much, Jill. I hope it's made you laugh. And your lovely great aunt's like, well, I hope the others have laughed, because she would want to have everybody laughing on our lovely spiritual group here. She wants everybody to enjoy that message as much as you. But I hope it just gives you that little reassurance. You get that tingle, she'll be there. You're very welcome, my lovely. Well, good luck with your appointment, and know that she's rocking it with you. We're okay. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Now I know I've got. She's funny. I don't think she's gonna leave me, Jill. I think she's just gonna sit on the sofa across the way. But I've got a lovely gentleman. I've got a dad here that's coming through. Okay. I know I want to recognise Dad that's coming in. Where am I going, sir? Right. I want to Bob. Oh, by the way, the other Elsies are still knocking around laughing, by the way. So I've just been told to let everybody know that it had Elsies. They're still with me. They haven't left me anywhere. Right, okay. Karen Gibbons, can I come to you if that's okay, please, Karen? Karen, I'd like to come, dear. Right, and I've got a dad, so I want to come work with Karen. But remember, those that've got dads in spirit, please listen, because your past loved ones are very, very clever. They work together and they work collaboratively and bring through. So I want to come with Karen Gibbons, if that's okay, please. Right, okay, this dad's coming through, and the first, okie dokie, the first thing he's coming in is he's talking to me about how changes were meant to be made, and he's glad that they were getting sorted, is what I need to know, Karen. So I will ask Karen, are you still there, my lovely? And are you okay for me to work with you? Yes, thank you, Karen. Thank you very much. Hello, Karen. Right, Dad's talking to me about how the changes were what was needed, is what he's saying. Now, I don't know whether that's I'll see if I can find out more than that, Karen. Right, because he's talking, thank you very much. He's talking to me about the changes is what was needed, okay? And Jess, it was okay. I need to recognise it was okay when to step in and when to step back. And he's talking to me, and this would be a memory about doing a hokey cokey, because he's talking your left leg in, your left leg out, in, out, shake it all about. That your dad's he wants to come across as serious, because he wants to know that he is around you and giving you support. But likewise, he wants to sort of make a bit of a light-hearted message to you. So I know with you, Karen, and it's that way, and I feel like that's what your dad would have been like. He would have tried to get a serious message across whilst trying to not, thank you very much, he's not burden you with too much of the details. Does that make sense? So because he's talking to me about, okay, and most she can take, so yes, I can take changes stepping in there. Okay, thank you very much. But Karen, he is talking to me about the fact that there are times that he didn't tell you things because he didn't want to burden you. And he tried to make it as light as possible. He recognizes that you could have managed with a lot more information than he thought at the time. However, he doesn't want you to be angry with that, because he said to me, I did that because he wanted to protect you. So there must have been to do with his passing, or maybe it's to do with an illness or some sort of situation like that, where he says to me, he wasn't given all the information, but he's like, and that was for him, he thought he was doing the right thing. Okay, thank you very much. He also wants to see about you growing up, but I need to recognize a younger one. So I don't know whether that would be either you've got little ones that are growing up, or whether you've got a younger sibling growing up, because he's talking to me about you, but somebody else growing up as well, and he's watching you all grow. So I know there are other people around you who grow. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I need to give you somebody as a memory, because he's just drawn me to it. Alice in Wonderland. Now, I am a massive Alice in Wonderland. You can see little signs everywhere. Anyway, you can see little signs in the background. But he's talking to me about Alice in Wonderland is what he's talking to me. Okay. And the one he's talking to me, and I haven't got my glowing glasses on. Okay. He's making a joke about the fact that even the name Alice would be relevant, or somebody loves Alice in Wonderland. Somebody likes that, likes a good old traditional Disney. However, he's talking to me about the fact that the wording I want is obligation. So they use words like this. I've got a daughter. Okay, thank you very much. He's talking to me about you need to be okay. Thank you very much. Right, I'm trying to get him to talk to me. Obligation. He's drawing me to the word obligation. Okay, so we're talking about. You don't need to explain yourself, is what he is telling me. You need to do what's right for you and what's right for your family. And this is what he wants you to know. You don't have any obligation to have to explain yourself. Now, okay, thank you very much. Okay, and oh, that's brilliant, Alice. Your mum's like, brilliant, thank you very much. Glad they made sense. They will use things all different ways with me, which is why I basically try to be as relaxed with my mediumship. Okay, thank you. But the obligation, there must be something around you at the moment that somebody feels that they've got a bit of an opinion on it, or they think you should do this or you should do that. And what your lovely dad is saying, you've got no obligation to have to explain yourself. You do what's right for you and your family. However, he's asking you also, why are you not making sure that you are a priority as much as everybody else? There is a sense of learning or studying around you, something that you would love to do that you're not having time, because he's like, it's time for her, time for Karen to pick yourself up and do something for yourself, is what he's saying, because you've got loads of things going on everywhere else, but there's something about you doing something that you love. So I know I want to do that. And Karen, I don't know if you can take tarot cards, whether either you like tarot cards. Okay, you're making me do that. Okay, I'll do it in 2 seconds there. Tarot cards, or whether you like to draw on cards, because I know I'm seeing cards. So either you're into oracle cards or tarot cards, because it's like, it could be that's what he's talking about, picking up. I thank you very much. If it isn't that you just do tarot cards or oracle cards, that's cool. What it'll be about is about trusting your intuition and your judgment. And he keeps, now there's sometimes family spirit pass over. I can't do it. It's this eye. No, it's not. It's that eye. My camera's wrong way. Keeps cocking my eyebrow up. Now I can't cock my eyebrow up for life and money. So I don't know whether either you or somebody or dad would be able to cock up one eyebrow, because I've got one eyebrow cocked up. I'm passing it over because I can feel him slightly overshadowing me, and all of a sudden that eye was cocking the eyebrow up. So I'm passing it over to you. Little things to make you or give you reassurance that there is life after life. Okay, thank you very much. He talks to me about July is important, birthday, party, and anniversary. So I need to tell you, July is important. He talks to me about May was important, birthday, party, and anniversary. They throw the diaries all over the place with me. Whatever month, and I need to go to October would be important as well for you. Birthday, party, and anniversary. Okay, thank you very much. Is there any names? I need to give you name Matthew as well. Matthew is what I need to pass over to you as well, Karen. And with that, Karen, I'm going to close your connection down. Really, your message is basically, you don't have to explain yourself. With whatever you're choosing to do in life, please don't have to you have to explain yourself. You go with your gut intuition. If it's drawing cards, go with your gut intuition with your cards. But it's just to give you reassurance that he's around you, but he's sort of saying, you do what you need to do. He's always done that. Oh, I'm brilliant. I'm glad it makes sense, because it just kept making my eyebrow cock up. You be you is, I know it's a wonderful phrase, but it is just you be you, and make sure you pick up something that you enjoy that you're doing and run with it, my lovely. And with that, I'm going to close your connection down. Okay, past in July, so that would be important for you. Thank you very much. And with that, Karen, I'm going to close your connection down, and thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. Okay, now I can see that Mo. Okay, I see that Mo May was able to take the gentleman, take the stepping in and stepping out, could take the name Matthew as well, and could take his birthday was this week. So I will like to go to Mo May, if that's okay, please. Mo, so I'd like to come and said that. Oh, and Karen said he always said that. Bless you, Karen. It's just to give you that reassurance. Right, so Mo May, I'd like to come work with you, if that's okay, because I know I've had this other bit. Like I said, all your past loved ones are all kind of sitting in the room with me anyway, so they know they are around you. Hello, Mo May, lovely to see you. Thank you very much. Right, okay, and I used to take the name Matthew. Right, come and give me another name. I need to give you the name Scott. Now, what I will say, Karen, please just listen in as well, because the name may be relevant to you. We know they like to cross over and do their thing, but I know I want to give you Scott as well, Mo. And I know I want to recognise I'm doing this. I like ASMR at the moment. I feel like I've got to do some healing with you. Thank you very much. This lovely dad's talking to me about, you're very welcome, Karen. He's talking to me about at the moment, I want to, I am not going to try and do ASMR on here, but he's talking to me about needing healing. I'm like, I need to let go of things that are causing you some negativity, is what he's talking to me about. Spot. Could be spots. Mo, my name so the name barometer, I guess, isn't always great, but I know I could hear the Scotch. So if it's spot, please take it. I know I could hear I knew the S and the T wasn't relevant. But taking me back to my ASMR, what you're talking to me about now, this is me understanding it more than obviously your lovely dad saying about ASMR. It is about, okay, thank you. It's like I want to do plucking, is what they call it, and they call it pulling, where they're pulling out and plucking the negative energy out of you. And it's like he's talking to me, this is what you need to do, some healing. It's like I want to come in and do this and do all the hand movements to release the negativity. Okay, he's talking to me about the fact that you also need to do some meditation. Now I'm never great at meditation, that's why I do ASMR in the evenings, but he's talking to me about you needing to step out and step to one side to let yourself go and let let the emotions out into the ground. So your lovely dad, although he doesn't feel like he is completely like the most spiritual person, he is a down-to-earth individual, because he's telling me when he was annoyed, bang, he went out, he went for a walk, or he just walked away, because he's talking to me about how I need to just sort of stomp it out. Where some people might use punch bags and things like that, other people use letting go, ASMR, or whatever works. He is talking to me about he would get out his me, and this is what he's talking to me about for you. Murray's also telling me about the fact don't get dragged into arguments, is what he's saying. Don't allow them, okay, because they know how to trigger you. Either somebody says something, or they kind of know that you're a doer and you want to resolve things, because he's telling me, tell Mo not to get involved, don't get dragged into things. So he's talking to me. He keeps drawing me to my shed, so there must be a memory of him either desiring a shed or wanting a shed, Mo. Your dad's just going blah, 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 blah. So he's just coming in with loads of things. For him, it's his message is more important than the other bits. So I know I want to give you more of the message, because he's like, Mo needs the message more than anything else at the moment. Yes, and you try to resolve, because he's like, Mo needs the message more than the actual evidence. Okay, thank you very much. I need to recognise a dog in spirit. So there's a dog in spirit. He's got the dog. So I need to pass that over. They like to let us know about dogs. Listen, he had a big shed. He'd be ashamed of that shed then, really, wouldn't he? Because that's a diddy shed. Okay, thank you very much. And somebody needs to go to the dentist and get their teeth sorted out. So I know I need to pass over somebody sorting out their teeth, is what he said. Somebody must need to go to the dentist. Again, little things just to let you know he is around you. It's just to give you that reassurance, Mo. Okay. Anything else? April's important, birthday party and anniversary for you. What other month do you want to give me? September's important. Apparently it's birthday party and anniversary. And December is a birthday party and anniversary. Yes, Reety. And really, your dad just kind of jumped in just to sort of give you the message, because he says to me, Mo needs to know. Mo needs to know. And he's laughing at that. So Mo, I know he would have even liked a bit of sense of humour, or liked a little bit of rhyme, like terminology like Rosie Lee for a cup of tea. Brilliant. And yes, the months are brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much. And he has just popped in just to give you that message. He's like, don't get involved. Get yourself out of it and let go, my lovely. And with that, with your connection, I'm going to close down and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Right, I'm conscious of time, but if Rob's all right for me to do one more, please, I will go for another one. If he stays silent, then I know I'm all right. Yep, he said, yep, is okay. Right, thank you very much. Right. Oh, you're so welcome, Mo. I hope you enjoyed your message. Right, okay. Where am I going? I've got, I know where I want to go. Where am I going? I need to go to, where am I going? Jackie Ann Forrester. Jacqueline Ann Forrester. I'd like to come and work with Jacqueline Ann Forrester, if that's okay, please. It's just a very quick one, because I'm conscious of time, but I know your hubby's just popped in. Okay. Oh, apparently very quickly. Also, I just got to let Katie Snook know. There's somebody coming in spirit that's just jumped in. Jackie, I will do you very quickly. Katie, I need to give you the answer is yes. You need to go for it. I don't know who is walking in the door, but as I looked at your image, I just got told, tell Katie, yes, go for it. So Katie Snook, you've got to go for it, apparently. Yes, go for it. I hope that makes sense, love. It's just somebody just walked in and went, you were asking the question. Yes, you need to go for it. So you got the message. I hope that makes sense. I'm going back to Jacqueline now. Sorry, Jacqueline. It was just your lovely husband's like, yeah, that's all right. It was just somebody jumped in and just went, I had to tell Katie that. So, right, Jane, I'm coming back in with your lovely husband. Right, okay, thank you very much. Right, I need to give you the name Andy or Andrew or Andrea, but I know I want to pass over the name Andy. Okay, so I know I need to pass that over to you. I don't know where the name fits in, but I know I've got to pass over that name. Right, and I need to give you the name Eddie Edward. There's an Ed, either surname Edwards or Eddie or an Edward. Remember, if the names don't make sense at the moment, don't worry, as we can see, they either resonate straight away or they'll fit in later down the line. Okay. Okay, you got a first song. I don't even know who sings it. It's the song, Jacqueline. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me. He goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. I haven't got a clue who sings that song. That song will fit in somewhere along with you as he's coming through. So, okay. Surname Edwards, my daughter's just got married. Thank you very much, sir. He's good. Thank you very much. I just had Eddie Edwards also. I'm very much okay. I'm glad the song makes sense. I just know he just sung this song to me to let you know about. If you don't know me, you know me by now. I haven't even got a clue who the artist is. I just remember the song. Right, okay. And somebody loves Jaffa cakes. And there's been somebody likes Jaffa cakes because he's just planted Jaffa cakes right in front of me. So I don't know whether he loves Jaffa cakes or somebody else has been talking about liking Jaffa cakes. But as we learned this week, it can even be the fact that you bought them today. But I know somebody loves Jaffa cakes because he's just talking to me about Jaffa orange Jaffa cakes. He did. Oh, excellent. I'm glad you made it. Little things just to give you the reminders. Okay, thank you very much. Right, I asked for his message, again conscious of time. He's talking to me about the moment you've needed to pick yourself up. Thank you very much. But he's been with you through this stage. Okay, he talks to me that it was okay that you said what needed to be said. So there must be something or a situation where you've had to voice your opinion, but you didn't really want to, because he's telling me that you had to sort of had to pick yourself up from there, and he's giving you that reassurance to say that he was with you when you had to go through that. So there must have been something around you that you didn't want to say or do, but he's saying I was with you when you managed that, because like she had to pick herself up and I was there. Okay, Katie, I will elaborate and see if I can get any more for you. Okay, but I'm going to focus on Jacqueline for the moment, but I don't want to ignore Katie Snook's message. Okay, yes, I'm not good because he's just telling you about picking you up. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Jacqueline, you're going to have to hold this one. I'm just being told about either a packet of biscuits went missing, or you put something down recently and it went walkies, and then you found it and you're like, I'm pretty sure I didn't put it there. Now, it was a pack of biscuits, what I can see. I can see chocolate digestives. I don't necessarily know if it literally is chocolate digestives or whether it was something else, because he's laughing to let you know that he's been around you and he's just been pottering around letting you know about this. So I need to let you know that the thing that went walkies, it was him. Like I said, I don't know if it was a pack of biscuits, but he's laughing because he's just making himself known. And it because he's telling me that would have tied in when you was picking yourself up. So his message really is just to come in and just sort of say, apart from the singing song, and obviously he gave me the song and a surname to let you know about that, is to let you know that what you thought and felt at the time, it was him. And he did this picking up and thought, it's just to give you that reassurance. It was him. And that's what his message is just to give you that reassurance and just say, it was me. And it would have been in a time when you was feeling a little bit down. And it was like, I wanted her to know that I was around you. So it's not the biggest message in the world. It is just to give you that reassurance. And it was just like, I had to let you know about the biscuits and it being moving and singing and making you know that he is aware of everything that's going on. He hasn't stepped in another room and is unaware. He is letting you know he is aware of you and what's going on. I know that, and my lovely, you send all that love. Everybody sends their love up to the spirit. Well, please know that they do feel that, and all them moments that you have when you think of them and you feel that lovely warm feeling, please know that is your spirit family passing their love back to you. And with that, Jacqueline, I'm going to close your connection down because I'm conscious of time, and say thank you very much. I hope it just gives you that little bit of a boost and a bit of a reassurance. Right, very quickly, Katie Snook, because I know I just had somebody shout at me and tell me that it was the right decision. Yes, there's a decision. You must have this pass. Thank you very much. You talked to me from on Saturday. Saturday, you was either thinking, shall I, shan't I? They're saying yes in the spirit world. Okay, thank you very much. It's yes, it's in spirit world. So whatever you was thinking or quandary, I know you said about a move, it would have happened on Saturday. And thank you very much. You also saw a robin. So you would have seen a robin or a form of a sign in around yesterday or today. It's just to let you know that the spirit world are on your side and yes, to go for it. So there must have been a thought and process on a Saturday and you've had a sign, and it's to let you know, yes, go for it. I know it's really, really quick because I'm conscious of time. I mean, it was just the fact that I saw you and I just had something in spirit shout at me and just go, Katie, yes, we agree, go for it. And with that, I am going to close that quick connection. I hope that gives you reassurance. Hold it if it doesn't make sense, because you might find that somebody was said, oh, on Saturday, I was thinking, and then you can go, aha, yes, I know. So with that, I'm going to close the connection down and close our evening of mediumship and wait for the lovely Rob to come back and go, hello.
Claire, a couple of bonus ones there. Thank you. We'll make time on for that, can't we? Thanks.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, we've got Frank's cards, so we will come back to you after that for the closing prayer. That's all right.
Not a problem. I shall wait for you to come back and listen to Frank's cards.
Super. That's clear. Ah, lovely. What a good evening. A couple of extra messages there at the end. Really appreciate that from Claire. All right, friends. Well, as we've seen, we can't get around to everyone in the evening with messages, no matter how hard Claire tries. So Frank from our church draws 3 of his animal cards each week so that everyone can take a positive thought for the week ahead. So have a look at these cards. Each is marked with a crystal. Tune into the crystal and let's see what Frank has for us this week.
Our first crystal this evening is the citrine, and with that we have the thoroughbred horse. This card says events could unfold at great speed, and wise and logical choices and sudden unexpected changes may be necessary. The thoroughbred horse represents the fastest moving energy in the pack. If things have been a bit sluggish for you lately, then get ready. Once this horse moves, you can expect him to go from a dead stop to lightning speed in the blink of an eye. Because of that, you may be asked to make decisions very quickly. You want to choose logic and intellect over emotion. Whatever you do, think fast. You won't have long before you're running after this horse yelling, "Wait for me," and you don't want that. The thoroughbred can represent a person who loves action, is intelligent, decisive, focused, even a bit impulsive. You rush in to save the day by instantly figuring out what to do and then just doing it. His intentions are good and his head is in the right place. However, since he tends to act without asking first, you might want to keep hold of the reins with this one, lest he get far ahead of you and possibly even off course in his eagerness to sort things out. Thoroughbred horses are known for their swiftness, stamina and agility. They can run at great speed and keep going long after other breeds have stopped. They're extremely intelligent and have a strong psychic connection with the people they work with on a regular basis. This is one of the reasons why this card is symbolic of victory and success. However, if one gets away from you, you're going to have to run very, very fast to catch this one up. So, like the advice in the card says, hold on to those reins. make sure you stay in control of the situation. Our second crystal is the rose quartz, and we have with it the card for the seahorse. This card is about going about things with an abundance of caution and patience and dedication to a cause, and being watched over and protected. The message in this card is twofold. First, it indicates the need to make a very detailed plan before moving forward. Second, once that plan is in place, it asks you to take immediate action to get as much accomplished as possible. Which part of the message is for you depends on where you are on your journey. If your plan of action is vague, or maybe even non-existent, Seahorse asks you to take no action until you have one firmly in place. If you already have the plan, then it is effectively saying to you, get busy, go for it. It's important to have an eye on detail though, and to put others first. Seahorse represents a person who is trustworthy, dedicated, protective. He is always prepared. If he comes in to help with a project, you can expect it to go flawlessly. He's no stranger to hard work and getting things done. However, he's never in a race to get to the finish. He takes his time and makes sure everything is perfect. Because of that, he's probably not the right guy for you if you're the one that's in a hurry. However, if you have the time and want everything just so, then he is definitely your man. Seahorses have been around for millions of years and yet have changed very little. They're slow swimmers, they camouflage themselves well, but they reflect dependability and caution. Another fascinating fact about seahorses is that the male gives birth to the babies. Hence they symbolise excellent fathers, as well as being able to take on alternative roles, such as the stay-at-home dad or the working mum. Seahorses have a bony skeleton on the outside of their body, and this symbolises protection, much like your guardian angel does when it sits on your shoulder. So a good character to have around. Our third card, or rather crystal, is the amethyst, and the card with that is for the peacock. The peacock symbolises rejuvenation and the confidence to move on and begin again. It is about birth and rebirth, and closely linked to the phoenix rising from the ashes and the resurrection of Christ. This card said endings can be challenging, or they can be exhilarating. And the phrase, whenever God closes a door, he opens a window, may apply to you at this time. If the door is closing and what you're experiencing is difficult, look for a window. Heaven is providing you with an opportunity to rejuvenate, to bring in fresh air and grow into something more. The angels will lead you to a more joyful life. If the ending that has presented itself is something you've been hoping for, like the end of something you no longer enjoy, then celebrate. Endings always lead to new beginnings, and indeed the old ways have to end before the new ones can begin. And this is central to the symbolism of the peacock, a bird associated with the phoenix that rises again from the ashes to live anew. This is a bird that is all about self-confidence and inspiration. When it opens its feathers, they shine like thousands of eyes, like stars in the sky. They glitter brightly, and you might say they are like those in heaven looking down and protecting you. So you're always safe and always looked after when you have the peacock card in your hand. This card says, embrace the changes that are about to happen and know that they will bring you blessings in your life, even if you can't see them at this time. So 3 very good cards there today with 3 very good messages, I feel. Thank you for listening.
Super. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, 3 very good cards. Okay, let's bring tonight's service to a close. We'll go back to Claire for closing prayer, and then we'll play out the closing vesper as usual. Claire.
Hello, thank you everybody. Okay, so if you can just take yourself into the quiet, bow your head, just close your eyes. I always just close my eyes when I do this. Dear Lord and Divine Spirit, we send our gratitude and appreciation to you for helping to bridge the connection between the spirit world and our own. We send all our love and thanks to the spirit world, to all those that have come forward this evening, for passing on their messages of love, comfort and upliftment, and for also showing us that there truly is life after life. As each and one of our loved ones surround us here in our own comfort of our homes, know that they are surrounding you in a lovely healing energy bubble full of love, healing and care. And I ask for you just to take a moment to send out some of that lovely energy you've received from your family out into the world, out to friends and family, to the animal kingdom, to our earth, and to those in need. I hope you all had a wonderful evening this evening. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for sharing and caring. And thank you for your support. I hope you have a cracking week. Get to enjoy the sunshine, hopefully. And I shall say, take care. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to Claire for tonight's lovely evening. Always good to have you with us, Claire. And I hope you come back soon. Thank you to Sonia Walton with our Medium in Church tonight. We've seen Sonia open up in prayer for us earlier. Thank you to Frank for chairing in church. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading there. And thank you again to Frank for your cards at the end. I hope everyone has a lovely week ahead and enjoys the weather, stays safe. Hope you can join us back here again next Sunday at 6:30. Take care.